Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train. Why am I still playing this game? I don't know. I just am, okay? I kind of like it. It's fun sometimes. Random, let's depart win streak of 2. We're getting back in the groove, maybe, I don't know. Although if I remember correctly, the last win was by the actual skin of our teeth. Not my favorite combination. Normal Hellhorned means we have torches, which is actually nice because they will synergize with the magic power from Stygian Guard as our primary, but it's an exile Stygian Guard, so at the very least we have Incant Soul Guard. Torch is a cheap spell. Really what I'm thinking, and this, maybe this will work. What I'm thinking is Soul Guard could just be like a one-off unit. You put it down at the bottom floor, it wipes waves with the frostbite while you work on other things. And then we can have our other units on other floors that actually are doing damage. I mean, we have 2 Ritual of Battle, so we're gonna get Rage. Mollusk Mage can go right behind the Soul Guard. Mollusk Mage is also a 1-pip unit, and I have had good Mollusk Mage runs, surprisingly. Just put 2 multi-strikes on Mollusk Mage, and all of a sudden, this thing is pretty good with Ritual of Battle. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Double Explosions. Probably the best one, a torch takes one out. Armor Fell, not bad at all. Seraph the Digilant, Consume. That's gonna suck. I don't think there's anything we can get that gives us like a free card every turn. The Awoken deck has Stings and Vine Grasps. We've had both in the past. I don't know if there's anything in Hellhorned or Stygian Guard. What we would like is bring back a Consume card every turn, that Imp. That would be a nice one to have. Conscription Notice. Gain a random unit, plus 10 attack, plus 10 health, minus 1 energy, minus 1 cost. It's not bad. Can this only give you certain units? Make sure to put the Monster Train on this Google search. List of possible units. This is exactly what I was interested in, because it's not gonna give you the, I was gonna say it can't give you Shadow Siege, but I'm reading the wiki right now. There's no Umbra and no Wormkin units that you can get. Very interesting. So we can get Branded Warrior, Horned Warrior, Rail Beater, Steel Worker, Animus of Speed, Animus of Will, Husk Hermit, Shattered Shell, Cold Celia, Guard of the Unnamed, Icy Silophyte, Nameless Siren, Siren of the Sea, Titan Sentry, Lady of the House, Paraffin Thug, Wickless Tycoon, Wickless Baron. And that's it. Those are the only units that you can get from Conscription Notice. Notably, it seems as though you will never get a unit that costs 2 energy out of it, I think. So you will always be able to play the unit that you draw from it. That's very interesting. All of these units also seem to be 2 capacity, so the unit that you get out of this will probably be 1 capacity. We could also just take the Draw Relic, Winged Steel, and then we will have a better draw. We can play Forgone Power for draw. I believe it will discard from your hand and then draw something else. We can have a lot of cheap spells. We'll probably want that for Soul Guard anyways. So I'm thinking Winged Steel, because it's gonna benefit you every turn. And once you get good units, plus a naked +10/+10 on a random unit is not the best. Very interesting. I didn't actually know that about Conscription Notice. I'm glad I looked it up. Because you never get Alpha Fiend, you never get Demon Fiend, you never get the God Killer Fiend, Consumer of Crowns. You never get the Umbra units, now that I think about it, because it wouldn't make sense. And if you're not building around the morsels, then you wouldn't be able to get the morsels, but. X +3, Consume restores Pyre Health, 15 Armor. I'm an X +3 guy, I think. How many X cost cards? I'm planning out my run immediately. We can get Spike of the Hellhorned, Vent, And that's it for there. Spike of the Stygian. And that's it. So really we take it for Vent, which doesn't really matter, because if we have Vent, we'll just buff it. Magic Power and Piercing, and then it's done. So actually, it's either Refracting Lens or Firewall. Okay. You know, give me the 15 armor. Not great, but I'm glad I'm looking this stuff up, you know? All right, Phased or Shard. A 45-45 is not that bad. I still say I don't really like Dire Channel because it's just a kind of just a garbage unit. I mean, 45-45 is stats, but it's phased. Are we really gonna incant 12 times later on in the run? Probably not, but at that point, Titan Channel is a 200 champion, which is pretty beefy, you know? That's pretty good for 15, and maybe we'll get the double incant triggers to make it work. Otherwise, it goes from 3 damage to 7 damage per shard to the front enemy unit. You just overkill so much, I feel. I'm gonna go for the phasing. I take phasing, I feel like, a lot, and not entirely certain how I feel about it, honestly. But it should be fine. You know, we can just only have one level of phasing, right? Put you guys here. Oh right, the draw. we gotta remember about the draw. We really do. We will play. I don't think we're gonna play Mollusk Mage down here. This floor is dying. A Forgotten Power here kills you. This is an interesting one because I am like, well, what the hell do I play then? Really, we need the torches to come out. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play both of you up here. I was gonna hope that we didn't draw anything too big there, but we did put a little bit of Frostbite, which is fine. This is kind of what I'm looking for, because now you're dead. You're already dead. We need to kill you. That's fine. We need to play one spell to unlock the champion. We will. Now you're taking lethal amounts of damage, and there you go. You know, it's as simple as that. We had the armor on the pyre, so we didn't have to really worry about it too much. Ice Tornado, Helical Crystallis, Energy Siphon. I like Helical, but we have a bunch of, well, we don't have a bunch. We have one Ice Storm, which is pretty good. I think for a Permafrost, it's fine. Maybe you can get the relic that makes your frozen cards free, then you make this spell chain, then you get 2 of them for free. Energy Siphon is low. I don't really like spell weakness all that much. I like powerful spells, but spell weakness just doesn't feel fast enough for what it is. Helical for 50 damage is pretty nice. I mean, we do probably want a better damaging spell, an immediate damaging spell. And now we get the opportunity to take an, sorry, it's late. We get an opportunity to take either a Hornbreak or a Vent. To play it for 0, the Vent is pretty good, nice solid AoE. Hornbreak targeted piercing damage, but we can probably put plus 10 magic power piercing on a Vent, and if we do that first, maybe we actually want to duplicate that. Put plus 10 magic power and piercing on the Vent, and then all of a sudden we can duplicate it once or twice, and then, you know, we've got a pretty decent spell in the deck that we can play for 0. And it's good damage, and then we probably don't even need torches at that point. Siren of the Sea, good incant. I like the scaling from it. We don't really need a tank, especially if we have a champion. Strike applied melee weakness on the rail beater is fine, but I think you get more scaling out of the Siren, like definitely. So I will take a Siren. I'm going to probably go Stygian and look for upgrades. What other types of upgrades would we be looking for? I mean, if we get the Divine Temple, we would, and we get 10 magic power, we would be looking for Holdover. on event for piercing. You can play it at the end of your turn. It's great. But if we get like multi-strike, we could put it on the mollusk mage and start building mollusk mages again. We could put it on the siren and then put mollusk mage in the siren and then get magic power in the siren, but I don't know. We don't really have that much money right now. We didn't get the money option here. We got the artifact, and our artifacts are pretty not great. -1 energy would go to probably a ritual. Consume would go to a torch. Magic power would go to, I would still probably put it on like an ice or vent. If we get remove consume, useless. Permafrost, pretty much useless. Double stack, not useless, but if you put -1 on ritual battle, then it's 20 rage for 3 as opposed to 10 rage for 1. That's probably expensive unless you get the split anvil. So holdover is the only thing we're looking for, putting it on a vet, I think. If we get quick, endless, multi-strike, or large, multi-strike is probably the thing that would go on the siren, but if we get a sweeper, then we can put quick on it. If it shows up, or large stone, and then just have one big bottom floor tank. Well, not tank, but just like killer, I suppose. So I think I am gonna go to the Merchant of Steel just to see what we have. Intrinsic and Spell Chain are just awful. We don't care about either of those right now, it's unfortunate. We did get large stone. We also have 25 magic power and Incant Armor 2. So let's see what we get. We did get a sweeper, so you know, we're just gonna do that. And if we can make her quick, then that's good. Otherwise, we're going to, I think, just move on. The Incant Armor, that might be worth putting on the Siren, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Armor 10. Armor 10, I mean, it does suck. Mollusk Mage can help get around that. We gotta play spells to get around the Siren, and this is the Incant Scaling Apprentice, but it is what it is. I'm turning it on because we need all that we can get, and we've got the Pyre Protection. We can sustain a little bit. That being said, Cold Celia will handle all of the waves early, and that's not a big problem for us. I think I'm gonna put you guys at the top. It buys me time to actually play you. I should have played the champion first. It would have actually been able to be played for free. So she's fine. A helical kills you, but it doesn't kill the collector. So I'm just gonna kill the collector, and then I'm gonna play this, and then this, and then this. And we're pretty much just trying to get 2 more spells on this turn so we can pop the champion. We are gonna get 2 more spells, although it is gonna be a little bit funky, but it will work totally fine. Little ritual, little forgotten power. Now they're both dead. So this fight's gonna be totally fine. We kill the Discipled Foot Soldier in 1 hit, and there's no room for the Mollusk Mage anyways. So we're just gonna prepare. Yeah, let's prepare for like a Mollusk Mage floor potentially. Maybe we can get Ice Tornado and that's 50 damage. If not, put a little bit of Frostbite on you and you are dead. So how do I feel about the run right now? It's still slow. We don't really have a good combo or a good synergy. We're looking for things, of course. We're looking for quick and multi-strike. We're looking for maybe making good Mollusk Mages again, or just buffing the Siren and buffing our Sweeper, and making sure that we have enough cheap spells for the champion. We got a lot going on, okay? With discard, I do like Crypt Builder, yeah. The attuned bonus is pretty good with our imps. And now we have a bit of a choice here. Welder, Helper, Fledgling Imp, Ritual of Battle. So if we go for another Merchant of Steel, we may or may not do it. We might go for the unit, but I don't know. If we get Endless, we could put Endless on either of these imps and get either 20 armor every turn, or Rage 5 every turn for 1 energy. It's a bit of an energy cost, but applies to everyone. We have to have the capacity to play the imp. If we get the other imp that's consume, we can then put that consume imp inside of an imp and then be done with it. I kind of like that. I think here I'm gonna go for, because we have the Ritual of Battles, I think I'm gonna go for the Welder Helper, honestly. Just to have one. And you know, we got a good unit here in the Titan Sentry. It is a good, it's another unit that's good with Endless, but it is a solid tank. And now we have Endless, Multi-Strike, and Quick that we want to find in the shop. Large Stone, maybe not. Magic Power, Armor 30, more draw. I don't think we need any of this. I'm taking the money. It only lasts for 1 fight anyways. So I think we're gonna go left. We got 280 bucks. 120, 120, and 60. If we get a cheap upgrade, we might be able to afford this, or if we get money from the cavern. Let's see what we get. Endless. Okay, Endless on the Titan Sentry is a pretty good opener, I think. How much money do we have? If it's a cheap one, we can afford it, but let's reroll and see what it is. It's what I wanted, really. Because if we had like 5 or 10 bucks too few, then maybe we would just take money from the concealed cavern. So I wanted to see what it was. So we do have multi-strike. We could put it on the Siren. We could put it on a Mollusk Mage and try to actually make a good Mollusk Mage. Keep the magic power bonus alive. We can put the Siren in the Mollusk Mage, and all of a sudden we have a unit that will scale per incant, but more slowly than the Siren. But the Siren does take a long time to actually get going, but it's scaling. It also buffs the health every time we incant pretty nicely. Mollusk Mage can still fit behind the Siren. It's harder to play more Mollusk Mages, but the one run where I had a lot of Mollusk Mages, I'm remembering now, it was actually a alt exile. What's the name of the Candle Clan? Candle Clan. And I was able to get a lot of multi-strike and buff the units whenever the Little Fade died. So we were able to also bring her back every turn. So it was really good to just buff the damage on the Mollusk Mages and keep them going. This time around though, I am like, do we want a Siren? Probably. I mean, it's tough because if we want to put a lot of units on one floor, it's got to be pretty much with the Mollusk Mages. They're tiny, tiny units. Cold Zelia, we would prefer to have quick. Siren can fit. Titan Sentry just needs plus 25 HP, which isn't even here. So I am thinking Siren. What do we have here? I should have done a melding here at the Divine Temple, I think, because we have a Hellvent coming up. We'll probably instead go to the right and just get an artifact, but we should have maybe melded and then Hellvented, but now it kind of messed up the timing of things a little bit, didn't it? Mollusk Mage is also not a banner unit, so we might not draw it early, but maybe that's a good thing, you know? Wait for it to get out there. I'm gonna put it on the Siren and come to the cavern. Yeah, okay. Abandoned Stave is where it's at, and then we're just gonna take all the draw we can, because we have 5 energy now. That's not bad. We can also take capacity if we need to. Now that we have this energy, I am like, man, I would have loved to have had good Mollusk Mages for magic power. But we'll see. I think I actually do need to go to left to go to the Hellhorn unit, because I need a unit. I need another unit. These units are not like endgame worthy, you know what I mean? You explode twice, which is just absolutely horrible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably play the Siren here, because you would kill the Siren if I played the Siren. Actually, you would technically kill the Mollusk Mage and then the Siren would take 10 damage, but I'd have to draw a spell to keep her alive. So what if we just play you here. Play you. I'm just gonna play you here. I would prefer to have the top floor, but we don't really have that opportunity right now, do we? It means we also don't have a place really for Cold Celia, because I made a mistake, so we're gonna fix that mistake right now. And it also means that we kind of need to put the imp on the top floor if we draw it, which is not necessarily how I had planned it up, but it's what's happening. I also need to play 3 spells, to unlock you. Well, 1, 2, 3. All right, well, the Siren's dead. I don't know what I'm doing on this run. Feel like this is the run of mediocrity right now. I kind of like that you're killing him perfectly, so I'm just gonna let that happen. Maybe we should have drawn more cards. I mean, right now the run is Titan Sentry. It's the only thing I've got going for me. You know? I'd rather keep Mollusk Mage alive, I suppose. It's final wave time, and you're dead. All right, maybe it's just Mollusk Mage, or maybe it's just Xylophyte. She's not quick yet, but we are gonna get another unit at least. Consume armor 25. This is a good consume card to bring back if we get that combo, which I am looking for. Yield, okay, hold up. It's like 3 of the best units you can find. Okay, we gotta think about this, because Eel Gorgon is an incant unit of our dreams. You put that right behind Soul Guard, you put the Siren inside of it, and then all of a sudden you're getting incant scaling to buff the stats, as well as a reason to incant on 1 floor. You just need Soul Guard to live as long as possible. We can keep Titan Sentry. We can keep Cold Celia. We could also take Lodestone Totem. We have the energy to play Lodestone Totem. Can't sap 1. Man, that's real good. We would put this unit inside of probably Cold Celia. We don't want to pay for an expensive Titan Sentry every single time he comes back. For the Demon Fiend, +30/+30, that's a pretty good meld inside of a Siren. We technically would have the capacity for a Siren and a Soul Guard on the same floor, but that's it. We could also put those stats inside of Cold Celia, turn her into a 4 pip unit. She'll have her own floor, but we are desperately looking for quick so that she can actually clear waves on her own. She would be a great wave clearer, Or we take an Eel Gorgon, multi-strike and +1 energy. +1 energy, we would only pay once, of course. It's a 2 energy unit. The stats suck, but that's why you would have a Siren, or maybe a Large Stone if you can find it. Could also put a Mollusk Mage in for +5/+3, but I think you would prefer to have just like incant scaling going on there. Not a lot. Having 3 HP or 6 HP after 3 spells kind of sucks. We would want a Large Stone. We would want, well, that's actually it. Endless doesn't work on Eel Gorgon. Quick doesn't work on Eel Gorgon. Multi-strike doesn't work on Eel Gorgon. Literally, it's just Large Stone. Oh, hey. Stats, Demon Fiend, put it in Eel Gorgon. Can't take both. There is another unit coming up. If we go to the left, it's another Hellhorn unit. We could get stats there. I'm leaning towards Eel Gorgon, but I'm also leaning towards the stats of the Demon Fiend, and I'm also leaning towards Lodestone Totem. I've never won on Divinity with Lodestone Totem because it's hard to play that many spells to keep your units going, and we've already made one of our units endless. This is such a tough call. Take an Eel Gorgon. It's a rare. You gotta take the rare. Take and draw as well. And I think I'm gonna go left. We're going to check out the unit and then consider what we're gonna duplicate. Now there's not much to duplicate except for maybe Alloy of the Ancients. We could duplicate Cold Celia. If we go right, all we get is an artifact. We still have removal on the left, so we're gonna try this. Friendly units get plus 5 HP. Before each battle, set your pyre health to 50. So we would get 40 times 3, which is 120 gold. Just by taking this. Friendly units get plus 5 HP. Plus 5 HP doesn't matter. Like, at all. So, rationing scales. We have the armor plating. Take me a rationing scale. I hate the option though, because like we're not getting good options. Trained stewards have to go before spells because we want the incants, and unit is, well, it is stats, +1 and strike. Gotta say, it's tempting to put that in Eel Gorgon, because if we give it a lot of multi-strike and it keeps attacking a lot, it's gonna buff itself a lot, and we don't need the incants for that. But what we need is armor at that point. We need to keep the unit alive, and with 3 HP, that's gonna be really damn hard. I have no other armor generating card at all. And so I think it's gonna be very difficult to actually keep Eel Gorgon alive. The incant might be better just for the stats. Or, you know, we could always put Eel Gorgon in the Siren. It's gonna have multi-strike 3, we can then dupe it, put it on one floor, maybe take a capacity upgrade, we'll have 6x behind Soul Guard. That's not bad, in which case we wouldn't take Alpha Fiend, we would just use incant scaling and play a lot of spells. It would scale slowly, but with the multi-strike 3, it wouldn't take much and we would have Ritual of Battle backing us up as well. And we would still have a Cold Celia on the bottom floor, still looking for quick. So I'm actually leaning towards that now, and having said all of that, triggers when attacking, not per hit. I think we'll skip. I think I like that plan I've just kind of created for myself. I'm gonna go 10 stacks. I know that's weird, but bear with me. Armor 15. Haste. Oh, haste sucks. Armor 15 means that's going to be very difficult for us to kill if you are the one that is buffed, because 16 damage is not going to do it. I'm going to put this on, though. I'm going to trust the system. We are going to have to take capacity to fit 3 Sirens on the same floor eventually, but we'll try to make that work. So Cold Celia will kill everything. That's fine. I can also buff Cold Celia with Welder Helper, but I have to make sure Welder Helper's in the front, which means that we probably won't do that because we gotta have room for the tank as well. We could just play a Train Steward in front. What are we doing with Welder Helper? I guess putting the armor on the Siren. You know what? That's a pretty good plan. Good job, brain. 1, 2, you've eaten the Ember Drain. 3. Yeah, actually, this works pretty well. 4. And then you can just tank a shot. You're not taking that much damage because of the damage shield, and you are gonna haste, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Eel Gorgon! I forgot that we actually had you as a unit, and you're expensive. You're dead. I probably still want the tank in front of Cold Celia. Let's be honest there. Here though, we got to start playing spells. I mean, armor's gonna save us, and not Cold Celia, the Silo fight is getting stronger. You need to be played. Things are slowing down. You kind of suck a little bit, that's what that's for. Okay, that's fine. We're putting a lot of effort into the incants on the champion though, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Who the hell knows? Buff you. Incant you. Kill you. Well, now we have a 90 damage unit up there. Really, I need him as a tank. It's his whole reason for existing. Still need to incant though. Should have played the unit if we had the opportunity there. You're taking 179. It's not that bad. You're not gonna haste. It's not that bad. I'm just gonna build up the best top floor that I can. I can't believe, by the way, that you are not dying. So we're gonna take a little bit of pyre damage, but it's actually fine because we have the relic that means that if we take pyre damage, who cares? It's just score. And, you know, gotta say, 52 HP Siren with 83 times 2 damage is nothing to sneeze at. There you go. So if we had 7 damage per action, 25 shard, that's 175 damage per round, but we're gonna have a 200 HP champion, which is more per round on 25 incants. I guess ideally we're gonna have more incants. Yeah, I'll take a silence. Incant armor 1 to friendly units. Nah. Nah. Ascend a unit, excuse me, and apply daze is not that bad. You can just yeet a unit up into the pyre. We really do need to, at this point, I mean, we need everything. We need spell upgrades and we need unit upgrades. It's really hard to say, oh, just get this or just get that when we need both, really. And I also hate to say it, but I think we're gonna need this hell vent because we're gonna need to dupe our unit after they get meld. There's a hell vent coming up, but I need to get to the Merchant of Steel. I guess we don't have to. We could go Hellvent now, remove 2 cards, get health. Nah, free relic and steel. We gotta go left. We can afford a more expensive deck. We can. I like having one of those in the deck, I think. And we got a lot of money. Let's start spending it. Friendly units enter with Rage 3, Blights and Scourges cost 0. It's immediately useful for our Blights, Vengeful Shard, and Consume Seraph adds more. But if Consume Seraph adds more, are we gonna get more energy from Abandoned Stave? It says in your deck, is it current deck or your permanent deck? I don't know. But these are usually not that expensive, or we could just let them hit the pyre. Entering with Rage 3, the extra damage it's meaningful. It's meaningful-ish. The other reason why, by the way, to go for Siren of the Sea as opposed to Eelgorgon is that Rage doesn't work on Eelgorgon. Now that I'm looking at the cards again. Rage 3 does go down very quickly. We can buff Rage, but we have Rituals of Battle. We need to make them cheaper. I'm gonna go for the cheap cards, and then we'll take another, well, we gotta take Capacity after this. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They're both good. So this is pretty much what I'm looking for out of the Siren. Yeah. Yeah. Health on the Titan Sentry. I'm kind of getting everything I wanted. which is great. So the Siren's gonna get another buff, another multi-strike. And then they're getting another multi-strike. I mean, I am okay with that as long as we can keep the units alive, which admittedly is gonna be hard. Oh my god, is this gonna be top floor divinity? Wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. What am I doing? I can't play a Siren on the top floor. We don't have any way of canceling divinity. But Cold Celia and Titan Sentry are gonna occupy the bottom floor, so Siren's gonna occupy the middle floor. I guess maybe theoretically if I get good draw, we can move a Siren up, or we could just have a 1-4-pip Siren. You know, we don't have to have 2. And we gotta reroll that too at some point. -2, I've been looking for that, so we can make the ritual cheaper. Cold Celia with multi-strike is also fine, but she's a temp unit that's just here to help out temporarily. Yeah, I think we will sack the Gorgon for the Siren. I'm just thinking of divinity. Like if we don't pop the champion on turn 1, what's gonna tank for the Siren? Nothing. So how are we gonna keep the Siren alive? I have no idea. I like the little ghost face that kind of stuck around before it disappeared. We could give her health. And I have to admit, that's extremely tempting, because do we really need a total of 8 multi-strike on the floor with 2 Sirens? No, 6 is probably fine. More the merrier, of course, but I want the health on the Titan Sentry anyways, and with the Siren having lower health, we gotta find a way of keeping her alive. Maybe we can find some relics that do that, or maybe we can get the spells moving through the deck, but we only have 2 consume cards, so if this goes on the top floor, it's gonna be a little tricky. We can play the Siren. If she dies, play her again. You know, I guess we do have options. Here's the thing. I do think you kind of have to go a little bit all in, so let's go a little bit all in. And we're kind of going a little bit all in. And it's kind of working. Okay, so Battlestone, do we care? No. Rage Stone, maybe on the Welder Helper, but also Purge is super tempting right now. What's coming up next? Mini fight, followed by a Merchant of Magic. I need to upgrade spells, desperately. We are going to go to the Merchant of Magic, and then we're gonna fight a major boss. So let's do that. What else was here? Purge and -1. I don't want that. Did we buy everything? Rage, $25. Makes you do 15 damage, but you're a Welder Helper. I don't care about the Welder Helper. We do want him to die, I think, every turn. And we healed up, perfect. Enemy units appear on each floor. Enemy units appear on each floor. Enemy units appear on each floor. We're okay with that. Maybe an intrinsic consume armor card? That way we can guarantee at least 35 health on the Siren. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Everyone here is dying. Let's put the armor on you. You're gonna be a bit of a rough one though. We need to start incanting. Middle floor, you know, it'll do 8 damage, who cares? We gotta go. We gotta move! You suck. I want the gold. We're not doing nearly enough damage to this guy, but he's not gonna kill the pyre, and if he doesn't kill the pyre, then we will, kill him, right? Was this stealth boss? God, I never remember. Should I save the book? I think I should play the book. I'm just gonna play you so I can draw. What did we draw? Nothing. So you're taking 68 damage. If I ascend you, you're gonna take 60. If I send my own unit, you're gonna take a little bit more though. So probably do that. It'll apply days, and I can't play it on you. So you'll take 6. I mean, if you're taking 68 now, I suppose we'll just let you take 68 now. Let's move you up so you're out of the way. We're we're gonna hurt. We're gonna hurt. I think we're gonna be hurting. You son of a gun. You're dying. Wait a minute. That's not how I wanted that to go. Well, let's play our cards. This isn't fast enough. We're not as speedy as we need to be for unlocking the champion or for incanting. What we need is the rage. We need the rage faster, because now we're doing 200 damage, and it doesn't take that much. Now we're doing 240 damage. It doesn't take much. 250 even, 260 even. I don't know, something. Okay, so maybe just literally a thinner deck works. You have sweep, but you know it is what it is. We'll just we'll live with it. It's worth more buffing the health of the Siren than anything else. Taking 36 damage, but you're gonna get Frostbite, no reason to tiresome climb you. I will just, really just that. You also have a lot of lifesteal, but we're gonna punch through it real quick here. Now we're doing 400 damage per turn. I'm starting to think one Siren is actually going to be enough. We just have to get the Rage going, because she does have multi-strike 4. That's probably enough. Don't really want to add anything. We gotta really thin out the deck. Impish Scholar is exactly what we want, and I actually have the plan for this. We're gonna put Impish Scholar inside of the already Endless Titan Sentry, and then every time he gets replayed, when he dies, we're gonna get a card back. Oh hey, I think the card's gonna be one of these two. Or this, but you know, we'll live. We have to go left, we need upgraded spells, desperately. And now this is just wild. Like, what the hell are we gonna do here? Magic Power Piercing works pretty well on the vent, but we're already at a high Pact Shard level. I'm kind of scared. We don't need it to consume or not consume. This is totally fine. Like, just get an Ice Tornado doing damage and then getting out of the deck. I don't care. If we get the card back, that's fine. 2/1 cost rituals is definitely playable. One of them could, the -2/1 could also be spell chained, and I am very much considering that. Remove consume, I do not care for. Holdover, I do care for, and remove consume holdover on Alloy of the Ancients is interesting. But a holdover Ritual of Battle for 1 kind of solves the problem of, hey, we need damage, that's your damage. It's also a pretty cheap spell. That's very good, very, very, very good. Magic Power and Consume, dump a torch. Could also have it dump a vent, technically. But let's have it dump a torch. I feel way better now, but we're still not in the clear. Unplayable reserve, restore 5 Pyre health. We don't need to restore Pyre health, so this is a good purge. As good as it's gonna get. I do still think we want to put Impish Scholar inside of the Titan Sentry. I think that's a good combo. We could also do it with the Welder Helper, but the capacity is a bit of a problem. And again, now that I'm thinking about it, if we have 1 Siren instead of 2, then we can play middle floor and we can just give armor to that Siren and then just give her rage and then probably be fine. So let's put this Ember Scholar in the Titan Sentry here. It's gonna help on the Seraph fight as well. 105 pack shards, good God, man. Vent Spell Chain is interesting. Spell Chain Alloy, also interesting, especially if we make it -1, then it would be 1 energy for 50 armor, which is pretty good. Right now it's 3 energy for 50 armor, but we can also just let it cycle, I suppose. Let's take a look at what's coming up. I think that'll be fine. You know what? We're out of unit upgrades, which is nice, because it means we can just go right here to the Merchant of Magic. And then I do think we go Hellvent for duplicating the Rage, so we have a better chance of drawing it early. But we can also go to the right and get some more spell upgrades and removals. Is there a removal here? No. We're still gonna go that route. We're gonna spend money right now removing a card. It would probably be wise. I just don't think we need the piercing on the vent if we have Cold Celia, but there are enemies that can sneak through. It's not bad. If you put Spell Chain on it, you can also play, 2 free spells whenever you draw this. It's also not bad. Sorry, what was coming up? 2 more of these, huh? 2 more Divine Temples. What are we looking for out of -2? Maybe Helical. Merchant of Magic. We can make these cheap. I mean, if we can make these cheap, then a Spell Chain Alloy for 50 armor is actually pretty good. We're gonna make them cheap because we're gonna go to a Merchant of Magic. 50 armor is probably fine with our other units as long as we don't take too long waiting to draw the Rage. But the more we go up in pack shards, the harder the fights are gonna get. The harder they get. I'm gonna Spell Chain that, but I'm not gonna worry about the Magic Power Piercing on the vent. I should look up, meta plays. I don't watch anyone else play this game, it's just me. Quick, so we are gonna get hit from the Guardian. This is still a great floor, and we know what we're doing here. You. We can play a Mollusk Mage up here, it's fine. But if we don't, then we have room for the Armor Imp, which I kind of like. That being said, we're gonna be playing a lot of spells up here, so Mollusk Mage, you can go in front. Just in case something sneaks through. But there's our Titan Sentry. We're gonna get a consumed card back. It could be a Torch, could be an Ice Storm. Let's play this. Still gonna play it. We have the Ritual of Battle, so we've got the damage starting to scale already. Welder Helper can probably just get yeeted, but actually first we need spells. We need 5 more. I'm kind of just wishing for the extra Incant Relic. Oftentimes here I don't go to the Merchant of Trinkets. I usually go for the spell upgrades or the unit upgrades, depending on what's going on, but maybe I should think about that more often, because it would be really nice, wouldn't it? Hold this, play this. Since you're taking damage, I'm not gonna ascend you. 50-50, and then 50-50. I could maybe ascend you and kill you, and it probably would. Let's just get a Mollusk Mage out and then draw. Okay. You know what? You can ascend the outside boss before Relentless. They won't move up into the pyre. After Relentless, don't touch that dial. Oh, no, no, no. All right, so this will hatch, and now that we have the armor, start applying it. We're gonna keep getting the Titan Sentry back on occasion. He's not gonna come back all the time because Cold Celia is quick. Could also put Cold Celia middle floor, our unit's top floor, Titan Sentry here, so he's more likely to die. It's not bad if we get good spells, and if we, you know, have consume spells that we don't want to bring back, let's just not play them. Well, I guess we'll just do this. You're definitely hoping for the armor card, though. Actually, you're hoping for this armor card? Oh, I couldn't mouse over that for some reason. Well, we got one of them. It's still good. You know, give you some more armor. We're actually able to stack up armor pretty nicely, but this is a not hard fight, so. We can get you out now, and then we can just do like this, and then I don't really want to play that, but I should. I don't want to play it so I can get the armor cards again, but it's turning out to not really be that important. We're sustaining pretty well up here right now. Although we're losing armor, of course, but it's not bad, not bad. Oh look, there's armor. We got 2 spells out of that one, which is nice, and then we'll play this, and what's happening on the bottom? Oh, I'm not caring. I should probably care more, but... We have 1,000 damage every turn with this Siren. We definitely do not need 2. If we have 2, we're splitting our rage between 2 units. That doesn't really sound very good, does it? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Now, you're doing 48 damage per round, but you're gonna die in 1 round, which is good. It also turns out that we didn't really need the Mollusk Mage up here. Top floor Divinity is also possible, but I doubt it. Transcendent, repeat summon effects triggered. It'll bring back more spells. That's about it. Do we need another alloy? I think we would be fine with another alloy. We don't really have summon effects. We have 1, 2 imps, so we're not gonna worry about this. But, yeah, give me another alloy. So we don't need capacity. We'll take draw instead. We don't need unit upgrades, we'll go spell upgrades instead. Concealed Caverns is very tempting, don't get me wrong. First imp unit each turn, gain 1 energy, draw 1 card, rage does not decay. Rage not decaying is not that huge because we're gonna stack it so high with the Ritual of Battle, but it is nice to have. It is nice to keep the damage up. But Queen's Tale, because we do have 1 imp, it doesn't work with this unfortunately. When we play the imp, we will get 1 energy and 1 draw. This effectively is like card removal. And it's kind of tempting, honestly. Because 1 imp could mean the difference, and it's card removal. I mean, playing the imp is also card removal, but you know what I mean. God, that's actually like super tempting. Again, we don't care about rage. We have 83 rage. Who cares if it goes down to 78? That damage is insignificant. I'm taking Queen's Tale as just like weird of a outcome that is. If we're gonna have that consume spell whipping around, maybe we should give it piercing. Okay, you need to be free. You can be better. Phased 4 is very interesting. It's like super, super interesting, but... If we permafrost this, it'll be played. And then we can make you 1 again. And we can give magic power to you, so you're good when you're played. And then we can come here. And then we can give piercing to a pretty decent ice storm. We don't need any more melding. Cold Celia could use something, but I don't think that's relevant. 30 magic power? I don't think that's relevant. I think we do want to focus on removal. We're not really going to get that much, are we? Okay. 15. It'll be rough, but that's what we're doing. This trial, by the way, it's rough. If you don't kill the enemies, they will do 70 pyre damage. On death, they do 5. On attack, they do 5. So you got to consider that. But we drew Ice Storm and we drew an Alloy. We're probably fine up here. We will play the Ice Storm and we'll play Soul Guard first because they won't hit him. So we'll do that. Cold Celia will be played. I'm thinking middle, because if we draw our other unit, we'll get Ice Storm back, which is pretty sick. Or actually Alloy, which both are fine because they'll both block the damage, most of the damage. 20 and then an extra 20 because it's 40 damage on this floor. So you'll take 15. She will if we play that. Storm here, maybe kill one of you with a torch. The other option is, of course, Cold Celia here and then unit on the bottom, which is actually not a bad idea because it will kill these units. She'll take 20, which sucks, and she doesn't have a tank, and we get garbage in the deck. You know what? Yeah, we'll go here, here, Ice Storm. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, a little bit lucky on the draw there. Vent can kill everything, and we can keep the Siren alive because we have the Welder Helper. Look at that, nice. We'll play Welder Helper in the front, Siren in the back should do it. And actually, we don't need to play any spells up here if we do that. We got 2 spells in the tank. We drew armor. So maybe we don't have to play Welder Helper. We can play Welder Helper to give her armor, and she can take the damage, and it'll be worth more or less. Actually, you know what? Because we're not quick, we need to... Well, no, if we play the vent, okay. If we play the vent for 1, it won't kill. We have to play for 2. I mean, we got to play her, and... Okay, so we're going to play Welder Helper in the front. We're going to play Welder Helper in the front. He will tank. We need the rage, because units are making it up. But we go from 20 damage to 108 very quickly. Good stuff. And then we're gonna keep the unnamed. We'll do a little bit of this, do a little bit of this. They killed the imp, that's totally fine. It doesn't matter. He did his job. And we basically don't suffer at all there. We're 3 spells away from popping the champion. That's faster than I thought. It honestly is. Man, we are getting good draw here. So everything's dead. That's beautiful. Everything here is totally fine. 80, 80, 80, 80. We're not going to be able to kill you guys as you move up, so I'm just going to let you kind of take a little bit of damage. Tiresome climb, you're just going to stick around. Although we're gaining, 10 rage, 9 rage every turn. Maybe we could have actually ascended one of them, but why risk it? There's no reason to. We're fine. So you're going to attack. Doesn't really matter. I could play the torch. Doesn't really matter. Guess we'll play it up here. I don't care about magic power on the top floor, so I'm playing it like this. I don't want to discard, so I'm gonna not play that that power. You're gonna live with 1 HP if I hit you, so let's not even worry about that. Ooh, you are not the unit I thought you were. I should pay attention. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. You're taking 30 damage. Well, I could ascend you and daze you. You'll have 1 daze on this floor and you won't hit us for 60. It could be worth it, but if I wait, we'll have another instance of drawing something out of our consume deck. And maybe we can get something going on here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Getting pretty lucky with those. All right, what do we get? Torch. Not really what I was hoping for, but that's okay. We are doing 1,000 damage. We have like 400 HP in tanks. I think you will not be too big of a problem. I should have played the vent. That was very dumb. All right, you're dead. We're crushing. Dazed enemy units discard your hand. It's not bad. Freeze a card in your hand every turn. Don't need it. Do we need the daze? No, we've got the consume armor really whipping around. Although our champion will be taking damage as the fight progresses and as the boss is there. If we could get this holdover, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I guess I'll take 1 Frenzied Swarm, because it is a good card. We don't need any of these. Definitely not 2 imp cards and rage 3. So I think I'm gonna go to the right. Merchant of Magic, let's keep upgrading the deck. We can remove cards, and we have 2 rage and 3 armor cards. If we thin out the deck, make the deck those cards, it's not bad. We don't need the health, because it's gonna be wasted, but oh well. Train Steward and Torch can go. Frozen cards are reduced to 0 until played or discarded. It is good with Crit Builder because it's permafrosted, it's the only one. Plus 4 armor each time it's applied. It is nice for alloy, but 50 to 54 doesn't really move the needle that much. Spell Chain and Intrinsic. This is kind of what I was hoping for, honestly. 1 alloy early on Cold Celia, keeps her alive for a little bit. And this is really what I was hoping for out of Frenzied Swarm as well. Okay, so we're getting a little bit lucky. Yes, we're gonna take Frenzied Swarm. The daze on the middle floor is gonna keep everyone alive. In fact, holdover intrinsic Frenzied Swarm means we could play top floor Divinity, but we don't need to. We can play middle floor equally well. We won't get the consume armor card on turn 1 guaranteed, but it doesn't matter because we will have daze every turn guaranteed. I like that. Now the negative, of course, is that Forgone Power cannot ever be played on the entire fight. We need to purge these. Oh, you can't? Well, oh well. I guess we're just gonna buff Cold Celia and hope for the best, right? Because technically you could play it for discard and then draw one. I don't know the order of operations there. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, these are useless. Silence is good, but I might just want to remove those 5 cards, honestly. I think Frenzied Swarm is good enough. We have to make sure we have the energy for it. That is something else, but it's a good card. It's a great card. I'm doing this to get to 150, because we're already at 140. We've spent a lot, so let's hope for a good book Hold over intrinsic frenzied swarm, daze 1 to enemy units, pretty damn good. Let's not consume any more cards. Let's just make the alloy more playable. And permafrost doesn't really matter when we're discarding every turn, so that's kind of a waste. So we'll make, I mean, Tiresome Climb also can be used to daze, so I like that. But then I think I'm just gonna go heavy removal. I don't think I'm even gonna be taking Silence here. Silence can be good, but we can also just daze enemies. If they get armor and make it to the pyre, maybe we can just daze them. It'll suck, but I think it's okay. Yeah, now that we've made this change to the deck, all of these 5 cards have to go. I should have removed one of these instead of the torch, you know? That's my bad. We can get all but one. And I don't even really want to consume a card, because every time we play the Titan Center, we're gonna get a consumed card back. But I guess to get it out of the deck so that we get through our deck faster, yeah, let's consume a card. Let's consume the vent. We're gonna be stuck with torches, but 28 card deck, 2 draw, plus 1 draw, 5 energy, free blights. It's not bad, it's not bad. Other thing, don't play your holdovers first in a turn. That's another reason to hold on to some extra torches, I think. Okay, we good? We good. We good? We good. We good? We good. I guess I could have also melded a Mollusk Mage inside of Cold Celia, but whatever. Man, when we were on like the 3rd ring, the 4th ring, and our deck wasn't really like getting anywhere, I was getting scared. I was, but I think it's come a long way since then, hasn't it? All right, you're gonna be getting the armor right now. I hope you're proud. And we'll just Frenzied Swarm down here. No reason not to. We want this holdover. We'll get the crit builder for free. It'll do some damage. Gotta stop you from hitting the pyre anyways, but... You do 15 damage? I mean, we're gonna play alloy on you. We got a spell chain one. Yeah, we should be fine. Again, just can't play this. It's the only card we can't play. First spell will get consume. This already consumes. Play this. We could play the Mollusk Mage since we have capacity and we won't be ember drained. It's not a bad idea. You're taking 16. You don't matter. Sorry. Much better. I would like to not take 15. You know what? We can't play Mollusk Mage. We have to play this. We're gonna play it here? Yes. I wish I could have made it free so we could play other things first, but we'll just save 1 energy and then play it. So we know what we're gonna be drawing. One of these two. It's both the spell chain ones, which is really good for me. Like if we don't consume other cards and you die every round, that's great, but you are gonna be dying. I could daze you, I suppose, keep you going, but you're gonna take at least 10. Now our champion, super freaking slow, but maybe that's fine. You know, maybe he's just here for relentless protection. Can't play Vent. Actually, you know what? We can never play Vent. We have to draw Vent in order to be able to play that card. So we'll play Frenzied Swarm for the incant. I don't care if he takes damage. It doesn't matter. Yes, consume, hold over. Torch. You're not dying. It's close, but you're not dying. What can we do to maybe change that? If I play a Tiresome Climb here, does it incant on this floor or this floor? I never remember. I think you encanted on the lower floor. Regardless, you're dazed, you're dead. Siren's not scaling as quickly as I thought she would. I guess we played the other ritual of battle in the draw pile earlier, I suppose. Anyways, Ice Storm. Hold over. 0. You know what, you're hatched, so I want to get rid of you. Oh yeah, we should play you. I forgot about that. My bad. Play the torch and daze this. Still want to daze top floor. It's an incant. It saves all of our damage. And again, we can top floor divinity. It would buy us a turn. I don't know. That's a tough one. Now we have to decide what we're going to be consuming. No, we don't, because you died at the perfect time. Look at that. We can hold over. Not as much damage as I was hoping for. Get you out of the deck. Save 22 damage. Boss is still dazed because we played the 2 days card on her. Hold over. Play. I don't know what's happening on the bottom, but unfortunately, Titan Sentry, I say unfortunately, he's not dying as quickly as I would like. And why are you? Why are you sapping me? We must have been sapped when Titan Sentry died, and so we weren't able to kill them, and they've been adding garbage to my deck. I've been wondering why we've been getting more garbage in the deck. That would explain it. Okay. Start consuming more cards. I can't even play what I draw. I've already drawn. Never mind. Just play this. Play this. Thank you. So that's another garbage card? Because you live, because you weren't dying. I get it. What did we get? A torch. A little less than ideal, but you're not gonna sap me. Not like the sapping matters there. So you're doing 60 damage per turn. It's not that much. We are losing our frontliner, only temporarily. Now we're not. So we had 1,000 damage per turn. It did take the entire fight to build that up, though. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I think we might go too slowly, but we'll see. By the way, this is like the 4th fight in a row where 150 has given us nothing. I kind of hate it. Okay, who do we get? We did not get a sweeper, which is what I really wanted to deal with these guys, because if they make it up, they would be kind of annoying, but I can kill one of them and then daze them when they go up here. We have no-brainer plays, though, and we have a question. Top floor, bottom floor. Actually, it's top floor, mid floor. Top floor, Divinity will sweep, but he's going to hit for 21 damage versus, well, it's 21 damage times 2, so it's 42 damage versus 34 damage per unit. It's actually not that much more on the top floor versus the bottom floor. If we play on the top floor, though, we do get 1 extra turn to kill the enemies, and we don't have to deal with the middle round. I kind of like that. Honestly, we still have the days. We can play it every turn, and we can stack up days. I think we go top. I think we do. We got room for a welder helper, which we can use immediately. He'll stick around. He'll be a little bit sticky, and then he'll give us some draw on this turn. Really, I want more opportunities for stacking up the damage against these fools. So yeah, we'll do that. You go. You go. You're free. We drew a unit that I wanted to see, Cold Celia. I'll admit to it being very tempting to play rage on her or the daze down here. We have to play her. She's critical. She's only taking 25. It's surprisingly not as much as I thought. If I give her rage, she will weaken everyone, but they're gonna do more damage to her. I think I'm okay saving 25 HP on Cold Celia and just taking 14 and killing the imp. We don't care about the imp, and 14 damage is not that much, but we should get our tank for her next turn, right? And I don't want her to take too much damage because we're gonna have spikes to deal with. I think we'll do this. I think we'll do this. I think that's going to be important because we never know really how much damage she's gonna take in the moment in the future. We've not consumed a card. As such, I will consume a card first before playing Titan Sentry. Alternatively, oh, I like this. Alternatively, I can draw something. It's an Ice Storm with Consume, which is probably better than the unnamed tome. So we can play it probably just here for damage. Draw it again. We got to think about energy costs too, because we don't need to play it here. We're doing enough damage, pretty much. Although it potentially could kill the shaman that's doing the healing. Not like the shaman's gonna matter. But if I play the book, we could play the book and the torch and the ice storm and the frenzied storm up here, which means that we can get more incanting going, which I also like because it's gonna scale her and it's gonna scale, Martyr, getting him out. We need Soul Guard. We can still play the Ice Storm down here, so I think we'll do it. This, you. That's just for an incant. It got the unit I wanted. And then you're taking 23 damage. At this point, we do want him to die so we can keep bringing back good cards. So I'm gonna let him take the 23 damage. I'm gonna stack up days on the top floor. Eventually, the top floor is gonna be the only floor that matters. Almost everything's dying, but not quite. We're totally fine. Rage it up. Right now, we're only not killing these units by 1 point of damage. An incant would get us there, but Ritual Battle also gets us there. You're dying, you're taking 40. See, this is one of those opportunities where maybe we want to either put armor on her or daze down here, because I don't want her to take 40. These units suck. Play you. I'm gonna buff you, so, just be aware. You know what, you can tank a hit. Thank you. And we're gonna play this down here. At least we killed the spiker, so we don't have to deal with her, but... And we're gonna have a good amount of damage. You're gonna do 11 damage to the pyre. I hope I can kill you. Hope I can kill you. You're dying, you're taking 20. I think that's fine. If we get Soul Guard out, we can kill these units. 210. Yeah, if we get Soul Guard out, we can kill these units. So let's work on that. You have enough armor. I think I'm gonna give the armor to her. But one of them. And then I think we... if we torch Frenzied Swarm, he gets unlocked. gonna Frenzied Swarm here to do 110 damage to you. I think that damage is actually gonna matter on the next floor. This is why, by the way, I played the daze on the top floor initially, to buy us a little bit of time to mess around with where we're dazing with Frenzied Swarm. It's a good combo. There's nothing in my hand I want to consume. We got one of the good alloys, aka one of the double alloys. Now, we're gonna probably daze down here. Everything's dying. That's a big ol' rip. One spell. Solves this floor. There you go. You're taking 48. If you take a little bit of damage, I am fine with that. The daze here means that we will take none. We can daze these enemies on the top floor probably and kill them, so I think I'm fine with that. We could have also raged Cold Celia. And actually, now that I think about it, that probably is the right call. Because I think she would have wiped them. That being said, it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna give you, we're gonna give her the armor still. Save 1 energy, we'll play 1 spell. We're gonna daze down here. I have to remind myself. Yeah, the wings in the back are gonna just barely live. Waves are remaining 4. We could probably let Cold Celia die at this point. We're not gonna rage her, that's for certain. A daze here is still pretty okay, but she's just taking damage from the spikes, so not much we can do to stop her from taking damage due to the spikes. $707. 210. You being in the front kind of sucks. 707. You're not gonna kill the pyre because you have about 747 HP. That 47 is exactly 1 hit. So you're gonna do 4 damage and then probably die. That's not bad. Really want to play the vent, but because we couldn't make Frenzied Swarm free, the Forgotten Power discard and the vent we can't play. We just can't do it. Can't do it. Still buff our damage slightly. Doesn't really matter. This doesn't kill you, so that doesn't really matter. I think you're gonna be fine. We already drew. I'm a dummy sometimes. So yeah, I think we just play top. 723. 22 HP. You did 4 damage to the pyre. Everything else should be fine up there. We're killing these enemies in basically 1 hit, so... You living, a Mollusk Mage Torch prevents that, so I like that. And then we can just daze the floor. Look at that. You're dying, you're living with 1 HP, it's... Wish you had more, but it's good enough. Could daze someone. We'll talk. Start here. We're gonna play Mollusk Mage. I'll play Mollusk Mage in the back, I don't care. Mollusk Mage Torch doesn't do it. Why are we so low on energy? Ah! I hate this. I hate not seeing the unit because it's hidden behind particle effects and curves. Damn. We can still do it, we're just gonna have to ascend one of you. But I'm a little annoyed by that. Yeah, it'll still be fine. We just gotta play this. We Frenzied Swarm and discard the Crypt Builder. It'll do 110 damage to the front enemy unit. That means you will have 150 HP. You're gonna die to 1 hit from anything. So hit, kill, hit, kill, hit, kill, hit, kill. Actually, we don't even need to play Tiresome Climb. We can just play Frenzied Swarm, and it does kill the floor. So I think you Tiresome Climb the boss for the best play. I think this will work. Now, do we draw or discard first? Discard into the draw. Okay. Wanted to play that, but it's not necessary. We have enough damage at this point. You attacking first is fine. There are spikes. You will die unless this draws. We have enough energy. There's no spikes giver. Okay, so Cold Celia is dead, but we don't have to kill the next wave, so that's totally fine. You will Ember Drain us. We're gonna daze up here. Enough said. Buff. Suppose you should play this. Yeah, we're doing 200 damage to you now, which is fine. And then smack you. Daze you. I'm not accepting Ember Drain right now. We took 2 damage from spikes. This Cold Celia is dead. We will get one more draw from Titan Sentry at the very least. They're gonna add garbage, but nothing we can do. We're gonna win. I mean, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point, which is nice. In fact, let's daze you so you don't add garbage. I already drew. I don't know why I always forget when I draw, but, you know. Dumb brain, I guess. So yeah, this wave, it's meaningless. I guess we're not gonna get another card back, but you're dead. You're not even gonna be doing that much damage because you suck. I'm gonna play a Mollusk Mage, cause why not? I'm hitting you with a torch for 12. I mean, I'm still gonna daze you. You don't even get to attack now. Okay. Done it, we've done it. Okay, I guess going slow and thinking about my problems helped. But we made some choices there, but we also got lucky because we got what we asked for pretty much at all of our Merchants of Steel. We picked up the double multi-strike on the Siren. We picked up another multi-strike. She did enough damage. She was able to scale in health. We picked up a lot of armor from Alloy of the Ancients, 2 of which were free spell chains, 1 of which was just 50. We could occasionally get it back, not as much as I wanted from Titan Sentry. Maybe we should have kept the Impish Scholar and then taken the Transcend Imp or something. I mean, we would have gotten more of them for certain. And then it would have worked better with the Queen's Tail, but we picked up Queen's Tail after the fact because we picked up the Transcend Imp. We had the opportunity after Fell. But we had great combinations, some lucky combinations. Ritual of Battle, Holdover, -2, fantastic, 10 out of 10 card. Frenzied Swarm, Intrinsic Holdover, 20 out of 10 card. Alloys, 3 of them, 20 out of 10 card. And at that point, just buff up the Siren and keep her alive. Cold Celia, Large Stone Quick, great unit. She doesn't need to live the whole fight. She just needs to deal with waves while you build up the other floors, and she's good at dealing with the most annoying units. I wish she had more damage, but the Frostbite is something. You know, I wish that she would kill the enemies before they had a chance to attack, especially when they had 25 HP. But Cold Celia is good enough. You know, she gets the job done. Behind a Titan Sentry Endless. I mean, great, 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 great. I think we did a good job. And I think, you know, I wonder sometimes about my choices after a run, whether it's a win or a loss. I think, oh, maybe I should have, after Fell, gone to the Merchant of Trinkets, or maybe it was after the before the Fell fight, after the Harpy's Guard fight. Harpy's Guard, nerd, calling it its actual name. I forget what boss that was too. I don't remember. But maybe I should be going to the Merchant of Trinkets more. Spend 60 gold on a reroll. You have an opportunity to take one of, if you have the money, one of probably 6 relics. And if you get something good like double incant, it could be amazing for you. It could be the piece of the puzzle that makes your run fit. But I never want to risk getting specific artifacts because they are so rare to get exactly what you want. It's more likely to get something good out of a Merchant of Steel or a Merchant of Magic, but you got to think about all of the opportunities, all of the options. You know, when I had the Eel Gorgon, Quick is a status effect. It'll get wiped at the end of the turn. Multi-strike is a status effect. It gets wiped at the end of the turn. Endless is a status effect. It gets wiped at the end of the turn on the Eel Gorgon. You can't give her anything. It doesn't even give you the option. It's grayed out in the shop. So I thought about it and I said to myself, okay, the unit I probably want to give stuff to is the Siren then, because we can scale her and we can give her the multi-strike just out of the gate, and then she's got health. We could have taken an Eel Gorgon on this run, by the way, because we had the 3 consume armor cards. That's probably more than enough. I don't think the Siren really ever took any health damage. It was only armor damage. But yeah, think about your options. Think about your opportunities. Early in the run, if you don't have good spells, don't go to the Merchant of Magic. You know, if you have Ritual of Battle and you need to make them cheaper, yeah, I could see that. I said no, but I had my reasons. If you have a Frenzied Swarm, what do you want on it? Permafrost, Holdover, Double Stack, they're all okay. We had a Ice Storm, you know, plus magic power and consume, that's fine. If you find the plus 10 magic power and piercing from the temple, that's fine. What else did we have? Tiresome Climb on Holdover, that's pretty good, but it would always cost 1. Crypt Builder, good with Permafrost. Ritual of Battle, also pretty good with Holdover, and we got lucky to get one with -2. So, like, I try to pick the shop I'm going to, depending on what gives me the most opportunities to take the high value upgrade. When I just had, what was our first unit pick? Siren? When I just had Siren, I didn't really want much on her. Is that, no, when we just started the run, I wanted something on her. I don't remember. No, I went unit path because I wanted to see if we could get a sweep and then see if we could get a sweep from the shop. I think that's what I wanted. And we got Large Stone instead. Doesn't matter. Anyways. What am I talking about? Right, TLDR. Maybe I should go to the Merchant of Trinkets more often, but I don't like the gamble, because if you don't get a good trinket, artifact, relic, whatever you want to call it, then I feel like you just wasted a lot, because you can always get cheap magic upgrades. -1 energy, magic power. They're always going to be important, so you can get through your deck faster with cheaper spells. Anyways, for now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.